and we will. I compliment those guys on a winning performance. It's still a ball game, man. There's a lot to be desired, certainly. But it's just interesting. We're in a close ball game last week, and the special teams play broke it open in our favor. This week we're in a close ball game, and the special teams play broke it open in our opponent's favor. And I just think that's life in this business at this level. I got a desire for us to be cleaner, so you can't point to singular plays as, pivotal points in the game, et cetera. And so we got a lot of work to do. And that's just to put it succinctly. Had some injuries. Loudermilk had a high ankle. Highsmith had a high ankle. Patrick Queen had a rib injury. Peyton Wilson was just heat-related fatigue. He missed a block of time. A couple other guys went in and out and were capable of returning. James Pierre kind of being one of them. But really disappointed. We'll get better. We have to. We'll begin that process tomorrow. Questions?
Mike, what happened on that kickoff that they recovered?
It's poor judgment by a young player.
Is that something you specifically work on in practice?
Every day of our lives.
Mike, the Seattle seemed to be going at you pretty aggressively across the middle. What happened there? What more could have been done?
Early in the game or just in general?
Yeah, in general, yeah.
They made some quality plays at different points in time. We absorbed some attrition and probably limited our communication and thus our call sheet. But that's just a part of the game. That's what you do. And so, you compliment them.
Mike, is it injuries that are catching up with the defense? What's caused it? Second?
We were down some bodies going into the game. We absorbed some attrition in game, and many of those guys are new, and so it's a challenge. We certainly are capable of better than that, and so we'll keep working.
Mike, you had 4th and 1 or less than 1 at midfield late in the third quarter. What was your thought process of kicking it there?
It was a 14-14 game. Neither offense was lighting it up at that juncture. As I mentioned, we had absorbed some attrition on defense, and so I wanted to protect that group and keep them on a long field.
How concerned are you about the protection that Rodgers is getting right now?
I'm concerned about a lot of things. We didn't perform to the level that we desired, not only in that space, but in a lot of spaces. And so certainly there's a lot that has my attention leading into this upcoming week.
Mike, from a layman's perspective, it seems at times the offensive line didn't hold their blocking long enough, and also at times Aaron didn't get rid of the ball quick enough. So could they come to a happy medium in terms of maybe correcting that succinctly?
Certainly two things are capable of being true.
You had 59 yards rushing before that last drive. What is needed to get this running game going?
We got to possess the ball more. Certainly we're capable of running it better, but time of possession, our lack thereof, and our opponent's ability to has been a component of that equation or that discussion in the last 2 weeks.
Anything stand out on why the other teams seem to be having a lot of long runs against you?
No, we just got to be better, and we will be.
What did you feel was what was allowing them to be so successful in some of those big chunk plays, especially on third downs?
We didn't eliminate some known eligibles, man. I thought particularly early we didn't do enough to minimize 11 on possession downs. I thought we improved in that area, and that's why we were able to settle it down. They went down the field and scored on the first drive, but, it was pretty nip and tuck after that for the remaining 2 quarters until, the game got broken open.
Can Jalen Warren handle an even heavier load?
I'm certain he can. I know that he had a good week's work. I know that he felt good going into today, and he expressed that, and so I see no reason why he can't.
Your rush defense coach, in terms of last week and this week, say 2 back-to-back 100-yard rushes up. Was there that much difference between the Jets and the team you saw today, or is that just the teams being able to just to beat?
I hadn't made any comparisons. I was just, as I sit here today, I'm, digesting what transpired in the stadium today, and we got to be better.
What do you feel like teams are doing to minimize TJ's impact, and what can you do to get him some more looks?
When they're successfully running the ball, they minimize their one-dimensional passing circumstances, and so I assume that you're asking about his ability to impact the game from a rush standpoint, and so it's obvious what it does when they're on schedule and they're running the ball effectively. You minimize your opportunity to get one-dimensional pass rushes, individually and collectively.
Anyone else? All right.
Thanks, guys.